Hi YouTube, it's me Lena, and I'm in my Donatello shades. But I am here today with a review of Guardians of the Galaxy because I'm behind everybody else. Not that I haven't seen it like weeks ago, I just haven't filmed my review yet because I suck. Let me take those off. Because this isn't a Ninja Turtles review, it's a Guardians of the Galaxy review, so maybe I should take out Groot instead. I mean, I'm not going to go over the storyline specifically because you can just look that up on Wikipedia, but it is an awesome movie. And unlike most of the other Marvel movies that have been coming out, you don't need to have seen all the other ones to go see it because it's the start of a new franchise, basically, or start of a new series of heroes. These are kind of like the lesser-known people in the Marvel Universe, even though the Avengers started out as the lesser-knowns because they sold off the rights to all their major people like X-Men and Spider-Man and the Fantastic Four. But, here, I'll show you the back so I can show you everybody's in it. First you have Star-Lord, the human that was taken from the planet when he was about 10 years old, I believe. This is Gamora, assassin, adopted daughter of Thanos. This is Drax the Destroyer, whose family was killed by the villain of the piece named Ronan, who I will talk about in a second. Here's Star-Lord with his mask on so that he can go out into space and crap in it. Here is Rocket Raccoon, a genetically engineered creature, I guess, who happens to look like an Earth raccoon, but if you say raccoon to him, he doesn't know what you're talking about. But he's so cute and tiny and then vicious when he actually talks and hilarious. And here is his buddy-at-arms, Groot, who is a sentient plant creature. All that he can say, or what it sounds like to the ear, is "I am Groot." But actually, he does have a full thought process and everything. It's just because his vocal cords are like so constricted because he's a freaking tree. That's all that it sounds like coming out. But you know, Rocket learned over time, spending time with him, all the little inflections and ways that he says things to figure out what he actually means. And he says such a heartwarming thing at the end that I will get to in a second. But anyways, the villain of the piece is Ronan, I don't remember what race of alien he's called because I suck, and I saw this movie like a freaking month ago, so you're gonna have to forgive me. But he's got this major bone to pick with the planet Xandar, which is where a lot of the action takes place, and the big final climactic battle takes place. Because the natural people of Xandar and the home people of his home planet have been warring for ages, and they have kind of a tenuously going peace treaty. Although, we know how those things are because we've seen how they go in real life. He's certainly not bi because he's like super militant and crazy. And while this is a complaint about him, I understand why he is this way. He comes off very one note. He's just, I hate everybody, you know, except he doesn't talk like that at all. I can't mimic his voice. And the thing, like I said, he's very one note, but when it's an introduction piece to a group of characters that you're just starting to get to know, learn all their quirks and figure them out and everything, having a one-note villain isn't that bad. So it's a bit of a complaint, but I don't really mind. But like his whole thing the whole time is, I want to destroy this planet, and he doesn't really have a good reason, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. But I loved all of the actors in it. I especially loved Vin Diesel's vocal performance as Groot, which is hilarious because all he says is "I am Groot." But he does do really wonderful with the inflections, and I believe that he did some of the motion capture as well. I'm not positive about that, so don't quote me on that. Bradley Cooper's voice as Rocket Raccoon was awesome. He nailed it. And the performance I fell in love with the most actually was Batista as Drax, because yes, all wrestlers act in their profession, but some act a lot better than others, so I was kind of waiting to see, okay, is he going to be like hammy actor, or is he actually going to be good? He was really good, guys. It was amazing. So everybody did a really good job. Even the actor that played Ronan did a good job within his character arc, or whatever. He did a good job with what he had, let's put it that way. Other villains of the piece, there was Nebula, who is Gamora's adopted sister. She's Miss Karen Gilliam, who most of you might know was Amy Pond in Doctor Who. She was one of the more recent companions. But you wouldn't recognize her at all because she's all blue-skinned and she shaved her head bald, which freaked out one of my friends because he's in love with her. He's like, oh my god, my beautiful Karen Gilliam's bald. But he's a goober, so. And she did amazing. She was awesome. I loved watching her. And there was an appearance by Thanos, who some of you might remember as the big purple guy who was at the end credits of the Avengers for like 0.3 seconds. You actually get a look at him and get to hear him talk in this movie, which I thought was wonderful. I was very happy to see that. And the alien that Loki actually dealt with in the Avengers, got his neck snapped like a, pardon my French, but got his neck snapped like a bitch. He went down like Boppo, man. He went down like a pansy. I laughed for like a minute straight. I thought it was so funny. And of course, at the end, Groot sacrifices himself for the other guys. He grows like a big thorny bush type thing around them. And Rocket's crying. He's like, Groot, no, you're gonna die. And he says, we am Groot. Because he's like, this is my family. I love you all. And I'm like, ah, I cried. And in the beginning, it starts with like the soul punch of you getting to watch Star-Lord's mother die of cancer. And I cried. I cried like 3 times in that movie. And it was amazing, guys. It really was. Everybody did a really good job. The story was great. And like I said, you don't need to have seen any of the other Marvel movies to go see this one. And there, like I said, there are some spoilers in here. I will put a spoiler tag on the title so that you guys aren't spoiled if you don't want to be. But I'm trying to not say too much about the storyline. Basically, everybody's fighting over one of the Infinity Gems that Thanos wants because he wants to collect them all like a freaking Pokemon and stick them in a glove and be the all omnipotent, all powerful dude. But Ronan suddenly decides like, no, I'm not going to give it to you. I'm going to use it myself, and sticks it in his big wannabe Thor hammer. It's like, I'm all powerful and I'm going to go destroy a planet because I hate Xandar for no damn good reason. And of course, the Guardians of the Galaxy have to stop that. It's just like you said, we're the Guardians of the Galaxy, bitch. If you go see it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope I encourage you to see the movie if you haven't already. You really need to go, because it's amazing. And it's totally worth the, like, $11 you have to pay to go see a movie now, or whatever you have to pay in your area. Anyways, I will see you guys later. Bye!